Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Mark's Wheel Shop here. Now, I know, guys and girls, it's been a while. I've been busy. Okay, I got this thing running, then it wasn't running, and then I pulled my hair out for days. And I don't know nothing about fuel injection and computers. I don't know nothing about computers. I haven't had a computer in I don't even know how long. Yeah, weird. Well, anyways, I just use this Google Box thing. Anyways, I had to learn about fuel injectorism. And so I've been tubing and interblogging and everything else, trying to figure out how to get this Terminator at least running so I can drive this thing around somewhat normal to possibly get it to a tuner. But yeah, tuner guy's like, just get it here. No, I don't have a trailer and I don't want to. I'm that guy who's going to try and figure this out at least good enough so this thing works. And I know a lot of you just want to bring it to the guy and pay him, and I'm not that dude. I do it myself. I do most of what I can myself, and that's just how I do it. So, to each their own, I guess. So, we had this thing out. We actually got it to the car show over at the Green Isles Park. And, yeah, we've been out tearing it up in this thing. It's not perfect. It's not even close, but it's fast. But it could be faster, a little bit more crisp on the initial throttle. So I don't know if that's timing. I mean, I've been doing a lot of AFR researching, and it seems like that doesn't really matter for the most part. I don't know. I'm new to this. I don't care, okay? But I care enough that I'm going to figure it out. And I bought me a laptop and went away from the wizard thingy per se for the most part. And I'm trying to figure it out. And I'm putting everybody's knowledge into one thing and trying to figure my own knowledge from all these people's thing. Because nobody ever tells you what exactly you got to do. So it's all vague. But anyways, we got this thing out. And I'll show you guys some clips of my first time out of the garage, actually. And I experienced problems, and I brought back and fixed problems, and then I went out again and had more problems and problems. So basically what I ran into was right out of the driveway, a clunking. It sounded like drive shaft, but it wasn't the drive shaft. It was wheel weights on my back wheels. I bought these wheels used from a guy a couple hours south of here, and whatever, he had them on a Camaro. Big deal. I just threw them on, and I had to grind my calipers, actually. The rear calipers. They're too tall for a 15 by 10. I mean, everybody and their grandma runs a 15 by 10, even on like new Camaros and stuff. So I don't know why they don't fit on an S10. Oh, well, anyways, whatever. Rear end from Quick Performance, whatever. They're GM metric calipers. But I had to take a substantial amount off of these calipers, off the top of them, just to get a piece of paper in there. So I did that, and I didn't even think about the wheel weights. But yeah, as soon as I got going on the road, boop, 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 it was making its noise. And so I peeled them off. And then went about my way. You'll see in the video. Second run out, I was experiencing transmission problems. And after a while, I noticed it wasn't shifting. I think you'd notice that right away, but I mean, it manually shifted, I think. I don't remember. But anyways, so I reached out to the guys on the old S10 Mafia, whatever site that I'm on, Faceplace. And one dude's like, yeah, check the big plug on the 4L80. It's a big round one. Could be just upside down. It plugs in both ways. Who does that? Just that's what it turned out to be. It was upside down. Blah blah blah. It plugs in both ways for some freaking reason. Anyways, so I got that going, and we got it rolling. And oh man, I've been monkeying with tunes and this and that and blah blah blah. And now it seems like if I put it in first gear manually, it wants to do a slip. So I don't know if my shifter cable is a little off or something. I don't know, but I'm gonna check into that now. As I got it back up on the blocks, as you see. And I decided, after having some transmission problems, I watched this guy on the YouTubes, and he had a brand new transmission, and he thought he blew it up. But he decided to fix a few things. He put a new filtration system in there, and a new gascolito for that, a little round orifice. And then he put in a pressure switch, which is right on the bottom of the valve body, and a new harness. So when I pulled the plug off of the transmission to flip it over, I noticed I had some transmission fluid in there, and that is like a telltale sign of the harness leaking past its O-ring or whatever. So I did the same thing as this guy. I ordered the parts. I don't know, it might have been $100 for the filter, the pressure switch, and the harness, and a new transmission gasket, and a seal for the tail shaft, because I should have replaced it. I was just like, it's gonna be good. Well, it wasn't. So I think it was just dripping a little bit here and there. So I'm like, I'm gonna do it all at once. So I already got that tail shafty thingy installed. I just did it like right before I made this video. But basically, I'm making this video here as an intro to my first runabout with the truck. And I know I don't know, some of you may have been waiting, but whatever. It's out. It's been good. And I got more of the interior done. I got the old door panels on. I found this driver side one from the old Honey Hole Junkyard up north. And it was the only one there. The passenger side was smashed, so I couldn't use that, but I had that one. So yeah, so we got it all, she's all back in black, people. But I got my armrests to put on yet. They're kind of sitting on the floor over there. And yeah, I did paint this stuff. And I used like a bed liner, and it seems to be pretty rowdy. Like it's not scratching off, and I bumped it quite a few times already. So we're gonna run with it. And yeah. Looking pretty good. It's working decent. It rides really well. But I did notice in the front that I don't have much suspension travel with these lowering spindles on here. I noticed the other day when I was under monkeying around, I forgot to grease this thing when I put all the stuff on it. Anyways, I noticed that the bumpers are like a 1/4 inch away from bumping. So we're gonna have to shave off the little the TP part, the pyramid, the TP part of it, and give us a little bit more travel. She's a little stiff going down the road, but this thing still rides way better than my Chevelle does. I think a lumber wagon. I gotta do some maintenance on that thing. That'll be next. That's my next goal, hopefully. I already got plans of buying some other kind of project. But yeah, I just thought I'd fill you guys in. I'll throw those 2 videos or 3 videos in there, and yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, I got this transmission pan already on the floor here, and a friggin' mess under the truck. It's just how it goes when you take off a pan. But yeah, so we'll show you them videos, and we'll get back to you for the next series, hopefully, of this thing being burnouts or something. But I've been kind of easy on it because I don't know everything about the fuel injection, and we just want to get it right. Kind of, I don't want to hurt the thing before I get it to a tuner. But like I said, I'm trying to do it myself and figure this whole thing out, because it's good to know at least how this stuff operates, so you can have some kind of an idea, guys and girls. So, all right, we'll show you them videos, and we'll get back to you. Alrighty, here we are. I started it this morning, and a little bit last night. Last night was bad. It's bad news. I didn't have the right injectors. I couldn't find anything on the internet. I had to call Holly this morning, and the guy had to cross-reference a Holly fuel injector to the LS11. So if any of you guys are having the same problem as I am, even though I bought this thing for LS1, EV1 injectors, they don't list them. So I can get you guys that part number later, or if you comment or whatever it is. But now we're gonna try and get it on here. This thing's heavy, man. I'm just hoping it's gonna turn and miss the wall. So wish us luck here. We are rolling out of the garage for the first time in a little over a year. Sorry if I'm not gonna have good footage here. I don't even know if the thing's gonna work. There's exhaust. Exhaust hits the ground. Something's knocking. Not good. I think our noise is the wheel weights I put on the back. Oh wait, I didn't even put them on the back wheel. Maybe they did. That's what's hitting the caliper, I think. Definitely a knock. Take a look. Doesn't sound good. And the old exhaust, she's low. We're gonna take this thing apart and see what's going on. Round two. She's gonna be fast. Yeah, definitely had wheel weights hitting the calipers in the back. I just pulled them all off. We're good to go. This thing feels pretty smooth right now. We're at about 13.6 for AFR. Training fluid. Already back from our second round, and yeah, it was the wheel weights, which I just said like 2 seconds ago. But I was experiencing a little transmission slippage, so I came back and checked the training fluid again. But she seems like she's almost there, so I don't know if the trans is just bad, or I gotta work on some shift points in the Terminator itself, but I don't see how to get in there at this point. So I gotta do some research and see if I can do something there. But otherwise, it seems to be running okay. I started logging some data, and I got like 3 little things. I don't know if I should just go on the Holly site and try and put something in here, or just keep going the way I'm going here. But at least I got something to fall back on if I mess it up too bad. So other than that, I mean, power steering is leaking like a sieve. So yeah, that's bad. We're gonna have to get at that right away because I can't drive this thing. It's leaving a pond everywhere on the ground. As you can see, there's a huge one under the truck right now. Exhaust hits the ground like I suspected. Basically when I'm coming in my driveway. But we got a pretty good grade down there. And yeah, she's pretty low. 1.5 inches maybe. That's 1.5 inches is pushing it, so. And all this stuff's pretty low, so. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. It's got a nice stance the way it is though. There it is. That's what she looks like out on the road. The old Blizzard gas tank. Probably put the old tonneau cover on tonight. But alrighty guys, I'll have to get back to you once we figure some stuff out here. So alrighty, you've seen the videos. And since then, we've installed this here tonneau cover from, we got this off the eBays. It was like 120 bucks, whatever. It's decent for what it is. It does not fit an S10. I had to put, I'll even show you. Because one fell out already. So if you ever done a floor in your house, you get these little shims to put next to the wall. So I had to put, I don't know if you can see these, but probably not. Right there. There's a series of 3 of these things because the old clamper was about that high away from even making this thing snug to the box. Yeah, it's retarded. But I made it work because I didn't want to send it back. And I did leave him a bad review. I was like, man, this thing does not fit an S10. I mean, the size fits an S10. But it does not clamp down on an S10. So you got to be ingenuitive, or I don't know what the word is. Whatever. Who cares? But when you're building a S10 LS swap turd, you got to be ingenuitive, and you got to figure things out, and you got to be able to make stuff. Otherwise, don't even try it. Just get yourself a Chevy Cavalier and turn the key and bring it to the old mechanic when you got a problem. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so you seen the problems when we were out driving this thing. It's just what happens. Every time you build something, you got problems. First run out, I mean, and I kind of built this thing to not have to redo anything, basically, like this Terminator thing. I didn't want to like just monkey it in there and then make sure it worked and then redo it all later. No, I'm gonna do it right. I want to do it right first time, so I don't have to. So I ran into a couple problems, which you're gonna run into, and hopefully we're getting them sorted out here. So the old S10, she's sexy. Guys and girls, she's sexy. I mean, people have been like, even this old paint, like this thing is scratched, you guys. This thing is not nice by any means. This is 1985 paint. I mean, look at this. We got damage and scratches. We got dents, and that's what makes it sexy. And I mean, look at the roof on this thing. Look at that. She's got patinas. I got people, yeah, you want to paint that? Let's paint something cool on there. I'm like, hell no. I will probably never paint anything again in my life. People can rub their butts on here. Kids can drag their fingers across it. Dad, I'm dirty. Wash me. All that kind of crap. There it is. It's sexy. That's what it is. So, all right, guys and girls. You've seen the stupid videos. I don't know what else you want to see from a stupid S10 video. But this is it. And it's working, and I love this thing. This thing's actually pretty fun. It's fun. That's all I gotta say. The seats, the Corvette seats, they feel like a glove. And the thing rides good. Sounds good. These Holley FX, whatever, FX Flow mufflers, whatever they are, they're not loud. They're a little bit muffled. They sound good. I don't know. I got the old Flowmasters on the old Chevelle. It's loud. And it still sounds good, but it's loud. I mean, it's not neighbor hater loud, but pretty close. But anyways, here it is. And we'll get back to you at the next installment of whatever we're going to do. Maybe I'll show you guys what I'm doing with the tranny. I mean, I probably will. I made a mistake already tearing this thing apart, but whatever. I already got the drive shaft in and out already with the tail shaft, but you don't need to see that. It's just standard garbage. Just came out with a little screwdriver, popped that out, put a new one in. Here's what it is. Alrighty, guys and girls, thanks a lot for hanging out for another episode of Mart's Weld Shop. We will see you again on the next episode.